Hello, just a quick one. I've got my coffee here. Just thought this is a really good comment that's come in, but it's about Jeremy Clarkson and Victoria Derbyshire. I'm just trying to get my head round.
And if you try to price what you're
Get my head round what Victoria Derbyshire asked them.
You get people saying, "Oh,
so what position? You know, like, so what was it again? Where is it? Let's have a look. YouTube. Oh, right. So does it have? Is one going to turn up? It won't. Probably won't. Not. This is my feed, so you can see the sort of thing that they think I want to watch. Funnily enough, I got all my own stuff comes on. I don't know how that happens, but I don't want to watch my own stuff, do I? Not really. Clarkson and Victoria. I'll maybe have to search for it. Right, so it's Clarkson, Victoria, Derbyshire. So, I mean, it's because I'm interested in. I'm not that good at conversations, and I'm trying to improve.
Well, because I'm here to support farmers.
Right. Are you angry?
It's difficult to be angry on somebody else's behalf. That's like being. Yes, no, I'm not angry on someone else's behalf.
Right. So it's not about you. It's not about your farm and the fact that you bought a farm to avoid inheritance tax.
Classic BBC there. Classic. Oh yeah. It's not the fact that I bought a farm to avoid inheritance tax. The fact.
You told the Sunday Times in 2021 that's why you bought it.
People.
Sorry?
BBC. Okay, let's start from the beginning.
Sure.
I wanted a shoot. Okay? That's even worse to the BBC. I wanted a shoot.
Don't over-explain,
which comes
Jeremy.
with the benefit of not having to pay inheritance tax. Now I do. But people like me will simply put it in a trust. And so long as I live for 7 years, that's fine. And as my daughter said, you will live for 7 years. You might be in a deep freeze at the end of it, but you will live for 7 years. But it's incredibly time-consuming to have to do that. And why should all these people have to do that? Why should they?
So one of the reasons Rachel Reeves says she brought this in is to stop wealthy people using it as a way.
No, that was the only reason she did.
Well, no, the other reason was to raise money for public services. Well, have you seen?
Are you listening to this?
Have you tried to get a GP appointment lately?
Yes,
Right.
I just recently had a heart attack.
Okay, so you know it's tough.
Yes.
So where should they get the money from if it's not from farmers?
From farmers. Hear that, everyone?
With
BBC
assets.
thinks you should be paying for everything.
Clarkson,
Okay,
you
do you
know
know
it's
how
not
many
BBC.
people pay inheritance tax in this country?
It's 4% of estates.
What?
4% of estates.
4% pay inheritance tax. 96% of the population of the UK does not pay inheritance tax. After this becomes law, 96% of farmers will.
Where have you got that figure from?
Who here, can I just ask, who here is going to be unaffected by these changes? No one.
Right. Where have you got the 96% figure
Well,
from?
you've got 96%. Well, the same place that Rachel Reeves does. With the middle
This is
of
a
her head.
cracker way it comes
From
up
the
here.
Sixth Form Debating Society that she was no doubt a member of,
Okay.
which
So-
formed her opinions and yours.
I am not expressing opinions. I'm
Yes.
literally asking you questions. You know
Yeah,
So,
because they're loaded
what's
questions.
your message to this government?
Please back down, please.
And get the money from where?
This is a good bit.
Well, they've got 40 billion.
This is a good bit.
I'll tell you where you get it. Walk into any of the offices around here. If you don't understand what somebody's job is, fire them.
And how
The civil
far-
service.
Unfortunately,
Civil service is too tough. You know that.
unfortunately,
Let's get on.
he got interrupted there. The civil service. Yeah, that's a brilliant point, Jeremy. He did a brilliant job, but in difficult circumstances. So this lady here sums it up quite well, Katie Hackling. Everyone justifying this by saying that it's only going to affect those with farms with over 3 million. Clearly have no idea of the value of land. I live in the Cotswolds, so that's every farm, even the small ones. And what happens when the land to be sold off to pay the inheritance tax? Because it won't be another farmer that buys it. it'll be yet another rich Londoner or developer that will turn it into more overpriced housing that local people can't afford. And then we've lost more farmland and more opportunity to grow our own food. It's all very well saying we import food anyway, but what happens if we can't? If there's famine in a supplying country or war, we need to be able to support ourselves as an island. And if we lose farms, then we won't be able to. Each and every one of us should be supporting farmers. Shame on anyone that doesn't. She's right. So what's happening up here where I live in Stirlingshire, they're selling off agricultural land to build massive housing schemes. And also up in Elgin, they're selling houses up there. They're doing the same up there, and they start at $239,995 for a terraced house. I mean, so there's not enough room to park your car. There's not enough room to do fuck all, right? £240,000. That's up in Elgin. You won't get that down here in Stirlingshire or Falkirk. It's an absolute rip-off. So what we're going to have is this lady's right. We're going to have a landscape ruined, and this is under we've apparently got a climate crisis. We've got a climate crisis on the go at this moment in time, but we're still able to fill the land with concrete. How does that work? So it's quite so what she's saying is we're going to land up. I was wanting to find the house. We're going to land up maybe some kind of event. We're going to have land up one. You can never find anything when you really need it, can you? So, we're going to have an event, a recession or something, and we're not going to be able to grow food. That's what that lady's saying. So Clarkson, that Victoria Derbyshire tried to twist Clarkson round. So he did buy it because he's wealthy, but he's standing on the side of farmers and us. Right, and he's admitting he's wealthy. He is wealthy. Why shouldn't he be wealthy? And he is wealthy. So he bought that farm and he's trying to run it as a farm, and he's realised just how difficult running a farm is. Now, this is a comment that came in. Let's move on to this now. And this is really weird. This is an example of somebody who's got zero emotional intelligence. That fucking accent, man. So, I mean, I get that quite a lot. Right, the reason I've got my accent is because I come from where I come from. And I really can't see any point, and why would you send that to somebody? Why would you say that to somebody? Why? So the only reason you do it is because you're complete and utter moron. My accent is my accent. Everybody's got an accent, so you've got to come from somewhere. So this is just okay, right? So don't go on about it. Hide user from the channel. It's just a weird thing to say to somebody. I've had that quite a bit. I mean, my accent is my accent. It's a result of where I've lived and where I live. And we're on the internet, so people from all around the world can go on here and talk. And we're not all going to come from the same place, are we? So really, that was all that was about. Let's quickly, before we go. So this guy, this is typical of these types. This guy, S. Bor or something. So he's trying to. So this guy says, time to get Westminster out of Westminster. So this strange guy, support your claim with evidence without statements like these fountain of baseless claim, conspiracism. You avoid replying or fail to substantiate you have nothing credible to offer. It's lack of ethical responsibility in making truth claims undermines meaningful discourse. It seems like you've been groomed by radical right thought leaders. So this is projection. To thrive on promoting distrust, division without accountability instead of part in their narratives. Why not use a sort of discussion based on verifiable facts? So he's screaming for evidence. Get real. GovBot, Rage Fat, do one. There's a few of you on here. Oh, I wonder if that's you know, a bot. Why am I bothering with this? I mean, so they're demanding evidence. So the fact that he goes to the COP climate treaty, the fact that he's a member of the World Economic Forum and he goes to their meetings, that's evidence enough for me. I think we'll just copy that and send it to him. Just change it from... oh wow. There we go. You mean you're just screaming in the void. So from the so we just change it to left, because that's all it is. So we'll fix this. There's no such word as conspiracism. Please put your claim of them without statements like these. Yes, that's the way to do it. Yes, Genesis, brilliant. Yay! Right, enough of this. We need to get out of here. I need to go and get on with stuff. Right, so thanks for watching this video. Thanks for watching. Bye!